Hey guys, welcome to another beer inspection. Today I'll be inspecting Miller Genuine Draft and Miller High Life. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Beer Inspector. So I want to start off by giving a shout out to Keith's Beer Review for commenting on my last video, so thanks a lot, Keith. So today I'm actually doing a beer request for a buddy of mine in California. He wanted me to do the MGD. He said it's his go-to cheap beer. So I figure I do a side-by-side review, and the reason for that is with Miller High Life. The reason for that is, from what I've learned, they both have the same recipe. If you look at their nutritional values, they both have the same ABV, same amount of calories, same sodium, same amount of protein. So what's the difference? Well, the MGD, it's cold filtered, and the Miller High Life is heat pasteurized. Now, with the cold filtered, basically, they chill the beer to a certain temperature, and then they filter out the impurities. And supposedly, it's supposed to be easier to filter out at that certain temperature. What they're trying to do with the MGD, it's like it says on the bottle. It's cold filtered for fresh from the tap taste. So they're trying to give you that fresh tap right from the keg kind of experience. So let's just get to the specs. I mean, these are both similar, so let's get to the specs. So both of these beers are American Ajik Lager style of beers. It's of course brewed by Miller Brewing Company, and they're located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Has an ABV of 4.7%, and both of these beers are available year-round. Also, MGD was introduced in 1985, and Miller High Life was introduced in 1903. And I believe Miller High Life is their oldest brew. I've had Miller High Life before, and actually out of all the American Ajik lagers I've tried, Miller High Life's on top of my list. So I'm curious to see how MGDs. I've never tried MGD, so I'm curious to see how this tastes and how it compares to the Miller High Life. I'll be using the pint glass for the MGD and the Pilsner glass for the Miller High Life. So, as always, let's get this inspection started, guys. The Miller High Life, they started a campaign where you turn in the caps, and I believe Miller donates 10 cents. There's a cap to veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so on the MGD, poured a one finger head, white head, creamy. It's like straw colored, very pale, very clear. You got tiny bubbles rising up. Looks very, it's like faded out. It's almost like faded out gold kind of color. With the Pilsner glass, we got the Miller High Life. This one's got like a nice pillowy white head, about 3 fingers. This, compared to the Miller Genuine Draft, it's about the same color. This one's a little more darker, more vibrant. The carbonation is about the same. It's champagne of beers. I actually expect a lot more carbonation in this, but it's very clear. Not much difference, to be honest with you. This poured a better head. This is a different glass also. So for the Miller High Life, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5, and the MGD, I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. So let's get to the smell. Let's get to the smell on both of these beers. I'm gonna start off with the Miller High Life. All right, so with this one, initially I get like a faint grain smell, but then later on you get a yeah, it's just sweet corn, cooked vegetable kind of smell. A sweet corn smells kind of like a strawberry gum, but yeah, it's got a smell to it. It's just got that processed smell. Let's see how the MGD compares. Not getting much here. This is a lot cleaner smell. This actually smells like a light beer, to be honest with you. I get faint grains, slight corn, but this one's a lot more cleaner smell. But for a light beer, for an American Ajak lager, it's kind of weak. Yeah, it's very weak. It's not that I like this smell better than this smell, but this one actually smells more like a beer. I mean, this is just smells like a light beer, to be honest. So I'm gonna give a 5.5 out of 10 on for the Miller High Life aroma, and for the MGD, gonna give it a 4 out of 10. It's very light. It's just like a light beer. So let's see how these beers taste, guys. So let's get to the taste of Miller High Life and MGD. I'm gonna start off with the Miller High Life. Not much to the finish on the back end, but in the front and middle, it's just malt, kind of sweet. In between sips, it stays in your tongue for a few seconds. Get a little taste of corn too, but more malt. The It's light bodied. Um, it's the texture is creamy and watery. It's more watery. It's creamy. It's I would say like 70-30. 70 water, 30 creamy. But the carbonation on this is just right. When I mean just right, it's not too lively. It's not too soft. It's just like right in between. It's perfect. Perfect carbonation for an adjunct lager. I like this. All right. So let's go with the MGD. Whoa, there's a dramatic difference here. Right, the biggest difference right away is the carbonation on this. It's a very fizzy, too fizzy for me actually. It's so fizzy that I can't focus on the taste. Taste on this, get more corn, a lot more grain on this. It's just not much, nothing really. I would say the texture on this is mostly water. The carbonation is just too fizzy. This is a little more than light bodied, but it's just too fizzy. It's a turnoff. The finish is metallic. Yeah, the carbonation ruins this one. This was worse. This is worse than the Budweiser. I hated the Bud. I wasn't a big fan of the carbonation of Budweiser, but this is a lot worse. A lot worse. Yeah, I I prefer the Miller Lite. the Miller High Life over the MGD. So I'm gonna give the Miller High Life a higher score on the taste. Um, so I'm gonna give the Miller High Life a I'm gonna give the Miller High Life a 6 out of 10, and the MGD a 3 out of 10. No, I'm sorry. So let's get to the final inspection, and we'll wrap it up, guys. Hey guys, welcome to the final inspection, side-by-side review, MGD and Miller High Life. Overall, I like Miller High Life better. It just was a better tasting beer, better experience. For me, the Miller High Life, it had the perfect carbonation. With this, it just overly fizzy, not much to the taste, and just I don't use it was just unbearable for me to drink. It might be different for you guys, but for me, it's gonna get a score of a 25 out of 100, which is an F on my scale. I don't want to be too harsh, but I want to be honest with you guys, and that's what I think. With the Miller High Life, like I said, perfect carbonation, very drinkable. Um, as far as the Adjunct Lager is concerned, this is my go-to American Adjunct Lager. So I'm gonna give this a 70, which is a C minus on my scale. Which one do you guys think costs more? The 6-pack of Miller High Life costs $4.99, and the MGD 6-pack costs $5.99 where I shop, and it's not on sale or anything like that. So it's cheaper, and it tastes better. It's more drinkable. So let me know what you guys think, which one you guys like more, and which one your go-to Adjunct Lager is. So as always, have a good day, have a good night, and I'm going to go with Miller High Life. Cheers.